Good morning, traders. How we doing out there? Are you guys ready to get into the trading action? I heard some coal news that got me saying, is Santa bringing me some coal? I need coal, baby. You know how some people say they want gifts. I want coal. Let's go ahead and see what happens on coal stocks today.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part, it's beatable.
I want coal.
I thought you'd like that.
You know it, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. The stock action today. The EU today releasing that they're banning coal imports from Russia. And guess what? Coal goes booming, baby. So we'll definitely be watching some coal stocks. I'll get into some of those plays. Zunaid first. Looks like he's watching stock mentioned in the chat there. Let's look after it.
Yeah, ATER kind of popped early in the pre-market. Obviously, I don't wake up enough to play it, so we're going to try to play it during the regular hours. You've got the level of 354 that kind of held as support a few times, and then you've also got the level from the yesterday's session around 331 that's acting as support a little bit here as well. So those are the two levels that I've got. Going to keep an eye on it, see how it kind of plays out. Matter of fact, I'm going to set an alert right here at the 360s, and there is thunderstorms here. So if I lose money today, it's because of the thunderstorms. Going to also be taking TCAT was one that I got a chance to play yesterday because of NFT news, if you will, from I think it was the UK. So this one's kind of going to be again on watch for me if it gets another movement or momentum on it. But the one that I want to kind of talk about is going to be Netflix. You can see it's close to that $400. Hasn't quite gotten above it. Let's go out to the hourly. Let's do it better. Let's go to the daily. There we go. If you can go ahead and take a look at the daily, you can see that it's trying to get above 400 one more time, and there's a nice little gap there after it can get over the 460, but we're ways away from that. Sorry, I just got a slack from Andrew. So yeah, going to see if it can break 400, crack above, come back, test, and then keep going. So that's going to be one that I'm going to keep on watch. We'll go ahead and set an alert. Let's just call it around 401, if you will, right over there. And then you've also got Twitter, of course. Nice little pop here. I think it closed around. Yeah, there you go. Twitter is now going higher than yesterday. So going to see if it can come back and test a level of 5120. As you can see, that's what the highs were yesterday. I'm not quite sure we'll get it. And would you look at that pre-market low, $50 and a nice $4 bounce. So not quite sure what levels I'm going to be chasing here. I haven't quite looked at the daily on Twitter, but that's definitely one that I'm going to keep an eye on. And speaking of $50, you have Roblox right around $50 trying to make a move. It did get above by about 50, 60 cents, came right back down, but this is going to be one that I'm going to keep an eye on. If you go ahead and check out the daily on this one, you can see you've got a crack above 52-ish, and you've got a gap above. And I will stop talking.
All right. I can go next here real quick. I just got to say, Zunaid's first two stocks on his watch list are the small cap stocks that I try to trade. I feel like a proud papa today. We're going to be going ahead and trading some of those small cap. Zunaid, your eye is tuned perfectly. You're looking at a lot of the same stocks that I am. Big one here is ATER. Our chat yesterday banked on ATER. There were multiple people making good money on ATER. This is actually setting up again to run today. So Zunaid had 354. I have 355. Let's call it a wash. 1 cent is no big deal. 370, 375, 388, 405, and 413. Those are going to be my spots for today. I expect this stock to be wild, just like it was yesterday. I see SBFM, Miss Missy, already killing it today before we even got on the air as she made money on this stock this morning. We have a catalyst here. Sunshine Biopharma shares are trading higher. The company announced that 2 of its designated mRNA molecules are effective at destroying cancer cells grown in culture. Biotech's tend to be rippy when they have catalysts like this. When you throw cancer fighting into that catalyst, this thing can absolutely move. We've got these levels down here. I don't know if those will be in play. Certainly not to the long side. Otherwise, a trade against 528 here looks pretty good. This is already approaching the highs of 622. I think if we break that, this thing gets a little wild here. Arkon, we've actually talked about this quite a bit. I think some of our group here has traded Arkon as well. This also has a catalyst. Recon Technology shares are trading higher after the company's co-founder, Shenping Yin, raised his stake in the company to 50%. So we have the co-founder buying shares. Stock is up on that news. We've got some pretty decent levels here. 129 is the level of note right now. If we clear up the 130, 135 area, we probably test 140. And if we break that, we pop higher. I think there was one more on here that I had. ATER. Yeah, we already talked about that. 10H, this has run before, but it's really, really low price. One of the other ones that I wanted to take a look at here was ADMA. This has actually been moving quite a bit the past couple of days. We take a look at this chart. I mean, we're kind of hanging out around 156. Here we are at 2. I think if this gets any more eyeballs and gets higher volume than what we've seen these past couple of days, you might have a pretty big intraday move here. And then lastly, CAN, right? CAN. This is Canon. I believe these are Bitcoin guys. This is up again. Had a monster day yesterday. If we can take out some of these levels, maybe this gets wild again. We got a whole bunch of stuff to watch. Going to be watching Twitter as well for some YOLOs. So we'll see how it goes. What are your plans for the YOLOs, Zunaid, on Twitter?
No, well, so right now I don't know. I was actually trying to take a look at Twitter on the daily. I don't necessarily have a plan at the moment. What I would ideally like is for it to come back and test like the $52 area, similar to how yesterday you see how it dropped and then it got me and then it said, "Ha, I'm gonna go right back up. I'm gonna try to be smarter this time." But that's what I want. I want it to come down a little bit, maybe around the 51, 52 area, and then go right back up. As always, we're gonna keep an eye on the options. If you have option squawk, boy, there's if you have option squawk, you heard us call out the Twitter options that they were buying the 55, and clearly we're about to hit those right now. But nothing planned at the moment. We're gonna see how the action plays out.
All right, we'll see what happens on out there, guys. I could make my mic a little louder. I see a comment in the chat that Ryan's is louder. I just want to make sure you guys don't get too much background noise, so I do have it a little bit dimmed down. Got a little closer to the mic, so you should hear me better. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of these stocks going to be watching today. Basic materials, and then, of course, what are we going to be watching? We're going to be watching coal. Coal actually made a big pullback yesterday, and I feel like this was bigger traders that knew something about this EU ban because I feel like it just seemed too almost ironic that it went down significantly yesterday, and then all of a sudden, boom, today we're right back up there. So I'm going to be watching coal to see those types of plays. BTU already running in the pre-market. We'll see if that can get back above 27. There's some other plays that I think are looking better, though. HCC is one that I'll give you guys. I like this setup. Look at this daily chart setting on up there. Nice little flagging pattern above 38 is what I'm looking for today. We'll see if we get that move in HCC. Another one, if you want a cheaper play in coal, take a look at SXC. This is SunCoke Energy. If you take a look here, you'll see a nice trend line that you're trying to get back above. If you can get into the 925 area today, this will be looking good for a push towards that high over here, 934. And from that level, I think you could break out towards the high. That's a 6% move just up there towards 975. And we'll see if it gets back above 10. Some other names that you guys can watch is METC. Look at that bottoming action that you have off of there. You could get a nice lift going up back towards the trend line. So move, let's say, back towards 1650s. I could see that happening today. ARLP trying to break through the 16 high, get up there to 1650. This is another one looking strong. And another good sign is that it got a lot of volume on Friday, dropped down on Monday, now could go and try to test those highs, which is at 1635. I'm going to keep a watch on all these. I'll let you guys know if I see any of these moving. Let's go to our lithium swing trade. Still doing really well. Now we're in towards the 28 areas. We talked about trying to take the top profit going into the 30 range. And now that we're in 28, so we're going to look for a push into the 29s, and we might sell out today. Why? Just because we're getting to that point where we're going to make about 17% on this position. And if we're going to make 17% on the position, it's okay to take 17 versus 18, or let's say even if it was 17 versus 19%. One of the things is we don't want to be giving up gains when we have these big movers, and these are the ones that really move our account forward, right? So you guys see me trade often, but a lot of the times these are the positions that really make me get that up wave in my P&L, and I want to make sure that I take them at a certain reward, and always above 15. To me, it seems like a good level where you're getting to that point where, hey, at any point, if you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to just take the reward off the table and look for a new trade. We did take another ETF in lithium, and it doesn't only have lithium plays in it. So lit is one that I gave yesterday, guys. Got in that one, and we got in at 79.21s, and now we're up there towards 80.60s and 80.33s on the bid. We'll look for this to get up there towards 82 today and show us that real strength. If it can get up there towards 82, then we can really start pushing and making our way towards 86, which would be a great gain here on lit. Of course, keep your eyes on LAC. We'll see if this can continue to run through 40s. Had a nice sideways day now for 3 days. Now look for it to break out through that high there. We're going to look for a push through 39.70s today. We'll see if we can get that level to really push. And if you take a look here, what do you guys have? Up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3, down 3. As long as it's holding the 38 pullbacks right now, I do feel confident in this one. I'll be watching LAC towards the bell. Of course, keep your eyes on the EV plays. I've been talking about battery plays being hot. Look at QS there. Last couple of weeks, this has really been hot. This has gone up about 56% from the bottom there. I'm kind of upset that I did not buy QS. I did feel like this was a good long-term opportunity on the break of the trend line. And you can see a lot of these kind of SPACs that went down really significantly. This one not even going back down below 10 and holding has a lot to do with kind of the EV, and if we're going to get some great batteries from QS. FREY is another one you guys can be watching. This one's really been ripping. But let's take a look at some of the other components also in EV. If you take a look here, you're going to see Lidar plays that have been moving. LAZR has been strong lately. AUR, Alster, LIDR. All these kind of LiDAR plays are making moves on up. So keep these on watch. And we got news today, GM partnering with Honda to try to do EV. Why are they putting out this news today? This is what I call timing, guys. It's all about timing when you're releasing headlines. And why are they releasing it? Because Tesla is ripping. And what does that do? It gets the eyes on the EVs looking for some lagging type of play. Then you put out a catalyst. Boom, you get the stock moving. So we're going to be watching GM today and Ford to see if we can get a lift in those stocks. Did see yesterday that Fisker had a nice lift. So if you want to take a look at one that is pushing lately, look at Fisker. Look at that move that it just put in. So I could look for pullbacks towards 1375s in Fisker today and look for a move above 15. But definitely you can see these are getting hot. Another one to kind of not lose eyes on is Lucid, because it's battling down here at the 25s, but if it could really get a move back above 30, this is going to be really looking good to get up there towards, let's say, back to 40s and maybe 45. We'll be watching Lucid to see what happens today and to see if we can get some trades out here in the CCL Carnival Group, telling that they had their best week. Keep this on watch. We'll see how these kind of reopening trades trade right now. AAL yesterday, I was fighting it at the 18s and eventually going to 1841. So we'll see what happens on these airlines. Do they continue to make gains and break through the highs today, or do they finally start cracking down? And we'll see if these reopening trades, what happens there. Let's go ahead. Let's start taking stocks from the chat. If you guys got something to take a look at, go ahead and throw it on up. Looks like you guys are looking for some, what do you guys got out here? You don't hear my PC? Wow.
Teva. Let's take a look at Teva. Why don't we chart Teva? That had a big run the past couple of days.
Show us it, man.
So here's your daily chart. This is what I'm talking about past couple of days. Looks like actually it's been longer than a couple of days here. Just an absolutely monster move here. Let's see if we can take a look at the 5-minute chart. So volume seems to have picked up recently, but there's still room for some more volume here. Looking at the daily chart, we're actually pushing right up into this resistance zone about 1030-ish. Let's call it 1030-ish. So I want to see this actually get cleared out. If for a potential swing trade, honestly, I'd like to see this trade sideways a little bit. Boy, I can't click to save my life today. I'd like to see this trade sideways a little bit before actually taking out 1030, but we might not get that again. Some of these bios like to move in very violent ways. So if we take out 1030, I think we could actually trade up towards 11, which would be the next area of resistance here. Let me see. Was there anything else that we gave? Teva, they just got some kind of opiate lawsuit, apparently. So let's check the news here. Ooh, and we have earnings in a month from now. So that's May 3rd. So that's actually 4 weeks from today. They're going to report earnings. We have plenty of time to trade it there. This is what you were referring to, I believe. Teva reaches an agreement with Florida to settle the state's opioid-related claims. That probably is the catalyst for the move up here, as that is settled. That uncertainty is out of the way here. So it's out there. We'll watch Teva today. Mitch, what do you see on Teva in terms of your levels? I mean, 1030 looks like that's it for me, or the big one here that we're going to encounter next.
I actually have a line drawn. That's what I wanted to see, you guys. I wanted to see when was the last time I traded Teva, and it's kind of funny. I was actually looking. I was like, do I have a line drawn or something? Look at this, guys. I created this little era in 2017, guys. In 2017. October 2017, October 4th. That was about the last time that I was looking at Teva. So we'll see what happens now if we can get back up there, the 16 level. But you can see here, this has just been a dog, guys. This stock fell out of favor, and ever since then, it has just been going down. To me, I think it's no touch. I think it's a no touch until you see that trend kind of change on the monthly. But of course, you're going to have what? You're going to have some rips on up on a stock like this. Is it going to last? To me, I think this is just a dead cat bounce. You know why? Because if you look back and you see every time it's gone up, what happens? It goes right back down to the support up, 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 back down to the support. What's going to make it change now? That's what I would say, at least on Teva. I'm not touching it. We'll see what happens. Thought it was the cognac? Yeah, I mean, that's why I had the pinky up. Don't worry. Let's go. The Cavassier, man. The Cavassier. Let's go. All right, let's see what else is being mentioned in the chat. SBFM. I did see some other stocks being mentioned. Hold on. Let me go to Lisa. Lisa gave us some stocks here. PFE. Let's take a look at Pfizer. Pfizer really falling down yesterday. We'll look for it to continue through 50-50s. I think that's the level you got to watch to see if you can get that downside action in Pfizer. I really don't see these as an upside move. One of the things that I do see is that I'm a believer in that you're going to start seeing less and less people going towards, let's say, COVID boosters or anything like that. So I think, you look for a short in Pfizer right now. But if you're long and you're looking for that, that's the level that I would call on the downside. 50-50s stands out to me here. AMD being called out in the chat. We'll see what happens on that. Got a little bounce yesterday. We'll see if this one can hold the bounce. I've talked about how this 108 area is very important. Do we get back towards 115 or do we crush down towards 100? If we do crush down towards 100, be careful because this is the fourth time that we would break 100 or go towards that area, and it could be a big breakdown on AMD. We'll see what happens also on Nvidia, the same kind of levels. I'm looking to see if it comes back towards 250s today, or do we get back up there towards a 284 level. ISM at 10 a.m. Yes, thank you, Jay. We'll take a look at that. Rick, we just covered AMD. SBFM, I don't know this one. Let me take a look here. Sunshine Biopharma. Let's just say if you know about SBFM, you probably know more than I do about this stock. I have no levels. I mean, I could look for pullbacks towards kind of these highs, $4.60s, $5. But to me, unless I really know this stock, I wouldn't be trading it since it's the biotech. I try to stay away from this sector. But what do you guys think here? Do you know anything about this one, Ryan? SBFM?
Say again?
Do you know anything about SBFM?
Yeah, this is the one that's got the anti-cancer PR here. I believe this is not the first time that they've had this, though. by the way. So again, like I was saying earlier, anytime that you throw, oh, we're defeating cancer into the PR, you're going to generally get an outsized move. But don't be fooled, is what I would say. Don't necessarily drink the Kool-Aid, if you will. Can you trade it today? Probably. There's going to be multiple opportunities to trade this thing today. So just keep it in mind. This is absolutely not something that I would hold overnight.
Yeah, well, we watching the coal stocks. Yeah, no, I mean, I just have no idea about this stock. So sometimes you guys are gonna hear me say stuff that if I know it, and this is clearly one that I'm lost in. So I'll leave this one to Ryan. Ryan can handle this one. We'll see what happens on that. Ken talking about coal stocks. Just put them up. Don't worry about telling us that you got a watch list. Let us know the performance. What are you looking at, Ken? MDT being mentioned by Hot Dog Jones. This is a medical device company, and let me take a look at the daily. I don't really know too much about Medtronic. You can look like you're getting out of this kind of bottoming area, trying to get back above into this 114 zone. We'll look to see if we get towards 114 today. 110 on the pullbacks is what I would want to see, because you have this little gap area. As long as it could hold that gap on the downside action and they come back on through, let's say 112 60s today, you're going to be looking really good on the upside. We'll see what happens there, if it breaks the 110 or not. Any other ones you guys are seeing that you guys want to touch?
I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Just looking at the chat, we have ARRY.
All right, let's do it.
ADMS.
All right, let's do it, guys. So we're going to be paying attention to the coal players right out the gates today. I really don't want to be missing this move. So I appreciate you guys just being focused towards the bell here. Let's see what happens here. What happens in BTU? All these stocks, they're going to keep moving. And we'll take a look at some of these like SXC, HCC, METC. There's a bunch of them here. I'll let you guys know if I do get any. Let's go. Let's go. The bell is here. Let's go. I'm going to put some music up a little bit here so you guys have a little background, and let's get to some trading action here.
SBFM first move off the open here is down. Next level for me, what are we at here? 630. Okay, it's popping back up now, so it's looking for a break of the high. Be careful with this one. This one's moving pretty fast. So big SBFM, their first move was a little bit of a pull, and now it's rocketing to highs. Not in this.
All right, watching HCC here. Want to grab it at 37s, but the spread is about 20 cents, so definitely need to do it a smaller share size if I'm going to take this one. Also like XXC today. We're going to look at that one. Looking for some volume to come into these names, these coal players. Not much volume right here, right out the gates here. So looking for that.
ATER curling up here.
Okay, MEPC is the one that I like right now. Through 16. Let's see if I can grab that. There's a little pullback here. Spread's about 20 cents, so you just got to be a little careful here. It's about 12 cents. Looking for a 1590 touch here.
ATER VWAP here at 386. So we were pulling a little bit, but now it's moving back towards these highs.
BTU pushing like usual, guys. Nice little push there. BTU looking for the pullback here. METC, I'm going to try to get in that one because I can't get this BTU on the pullback. All right, in there at 1601 there for METC.
ATER, I don't know.
Got in there for the little push here. Let's see if it can hold any VWAP bounces. We can add on those, but we're looking for a push right here on METC.
I'm going to grab some Facebook calls. I went ahead and grabbed Facebook 237.50 calls expiring this week. Stop loss will be below 233. If you're not okay with weekly calls, go a little bit further out so you don't have as much risk. ATR trying to pop 4.
Yeah, the trade was buying it off the VWAP pull, but I couldn't stomach it. It felt,
Yeah, I was waiting for that
little,
350 and I couldn't get that either.
Yeah, it felt a little heavy there. ATER trying at 4 here. Let's see if we take it. There's 4 down.
Added there in METC. BTU trying to take out the highs there.
ATER actually didn't want that trade to go red on me, so dumped it when it came back here. Only made $30 there, pretty much flat. ATER going now. All right, so next spot here, that's a shame. Next spot here going to be 413. Definitely going to be a pop above 413 if we get there.
There's BTU.
Nice freaking call. Nice call, man. There's 412. And
there's the pop above 413. There we go. There we go. 420 is going to be your next. Let's see if they take that 420.
SPY pushing there, guys.
Sorry, Mitch. If you're in from earlier, I would trim here. Maybe even sell half. I sold all of mine. Should have kept half. There's 420 down, and it keeps going. All right, ATER, nice winner there.
Beautiful call, man.
Nice winner there to start the day off.
BTU ripping through the highs there. Nice little move there for BTU. Trying to add for the third entry there on METC. Looking for the push. We're already getting a nice lift here. BTU with a takeoff there. That's a nice trade there. You guys can see here, BTU pushing on up, METC pushing, SPY pushing. Let's go.
ATER pulling back. This is why we talked about trimming here. This might set up again, by the way. Looks like the day high here, 423. That's going to be your new spot, ATER. Good trade if you hit that one.
Yeah, great call out, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. To me, it feels like we're going to get another opportunity. And if yesterday is any indication, we should get another opportunity at that high a day break.
All right, now it's going down to 4. Here, I'm kind of here. Let me go back to the 1 minute.
Morning, Ken. Morning, Ken. Ken, he's been playing BTU for a while. Nice strategy there on BTU.
I went ahead and got in on ATER here. I'm going to have a stop loss at 388. Profit target will be 414s. Filled at 401.
All right, order out to take half of it off here on METC.
Going to try NAT here. I think NAT pushes back towards 245. I'm trying to front run. So this is a little bit of a riskier trade than I would normally do. Normally, I would try to wait and buy that break at 245, which is your day high. Not sure how big of a pop, so I'm actually trying to front run this. Pretty decent bid here at 242. So again, spot here is going to be 245. It really needs to take that out in order to get going. My stop here is going to be a break at 240 to the downside. Going to keep it real tight.
All right, Facebook's got about 2 minutes to go ahead and turn its act around. I'm going to grab one more contract here. Got filled at 226. Hoping for this previous close to be a bounce area. And you've got ATER. You're 4 cents in the money now. And your NAT is at
244.
Yeah.
We're going to need 245 to fall for this to really get some juice. Otherwise, it's just, a penny here, penny there, a couple pennies back and forth. 245 is your spot.
Nice move in CEIX. Also, I talked about that one as a coal player, looking good there through the 40s, now up there towards 40, 49. Good move there in CEIX. And wouldn't you know it, leading basic materials today, coal, baby. Right behind it, silver, and then agricultural inputs. Then you got gold. Then you got steel up. So steel, Clef, and X not doing too bad. So we'll keep on watching those. The ones that's really strong right now is utilities, guys. So take a look at some of those plays. I do like some of those right now. NRGV is a strong one, strong daily chart, looking like it's trying to push through the high. This looks like a relatively new utilities player. So keep your eyes on that. That is looking strong right now. My water play is doing well too.
Need about 2 cents on ATER to go and get my profit. I've got a limit take order at 414. It went ahead and hit, I believe, 413. So screw you too. And there it is, pop above. You've got 416s hit. And that's the profit on ATER. Appreciate Ryan for calling it out.
Yep, no problem. Glad we're all making money. Let's go, folks. That's how we do it.
And just to kind of quickly talk about someone else's trade, please go ahead and call it out. Why did I go ahead and take this one here? Well, it popped above. It came back, tested VWAP, and that's exactly where I got filled, right? 401s. Stop loss was right below. And I see that, hey, it already hit 420, so I'm going to try to take my profit at 214. It was a one-to-one trade in terms of risk reward. Worked out really well. What you got?
NAT did not work. I'm out. Stopped out of NAT. So 1-1. One loss, one win today.
Utilities working well there, guys. Utility players like Duke, NEE. So if you're looking at utilities, it's doing really well today.
You've got Facebook kind of popping back up, so hopefully this can give us a little bit of juice. The ad that we had on Facebook was 226. Now it's trading at 269. I'm going to go ahead and take those profits here. Got filled on the take order. Take profit at 270. So it's about $50 on the ad. Still in the still in the initial position. I'm going to try the same thing here on ATER. See if I can get filled at 401 one more time out of limit.
Let's go. Let's go. Sabrina says LAC, baby. You're missing it. You're missing it. Yeah, it does look good there. I like that. Look for a pullback towards 39 here to get in. Could take that attempt on the upside there. It's a big breakout level above 39.59s on LAC.
LAC, huh?
Of course, man. My lithium, man.
I was going to say, that's like your favorite stock.
I mean, it's just it's been a big mover the last 2 weeks. Most people missed it.
Possible double top breakout at 41.50 too.
I'm going to get out of Facebook here. Wait for it to come back above VWAP over 325, but I went and took the loss here at 250 on my call. So we took a gain of $50, and then we took a loss of about $90. So overall, that's an L trade for me on Facebook calls.
SBFM does look like it's trying to curl here. High is going to be 680. We're currently at 640. This is tough. This one's moving very, very fast. UVC breaking up drastically. Yeah, Born. Notice that still in those calls, by the way, was underwater in those calls. Maybe we'll get back to even here today on UEC.
That LAC pullback. Still in this ETC, looking for the nice push.
Yeah, and guys with BTU totally moving on the coal headline here. Highs there. It looks really, really strong too. Huge volume sticks here on BTU. I'm not in this. I know this is Mitch's baby.
I'll tell you guys. If you use Benzinga Pro, you could have got it this morning by going to your trade ideas feature on Benzinga Pro. So if you guys don't know what that is, Ryan, show them the trade ideas feature on Benzinga Pro.
Did you put one in here this morning?
Of course, brother.
So here we go. So this is what Mitch is referring to. It's right here on the side. And it's basically a repository where anyone can add stock trade ideas. We all do it. Some of the experts here that do some of our newsletter products, they put trades in here. If you're ever short on ideas or short on looking for something that's moving around, I highly advise that you try out this trade ideas feature. We also want feedback on this, right? So if you have some ideas on how we can make this better, definitely give us that feedback. The glaring one here is, hey, where's the ability for me to post a chart? That's coming in the future. Don't worry about that. We definitely know we're going to add that. But if you have any other really good ideas on how we can make this feature valuable and more of a value add for you, please reach out to our team, submit it as feedback using the feedback button, and let us know what you'd like to see in here. If I were you, I would come in here and check this every single day. You can see a whole bunch of our team here giving you. Look at Luke Bullish on Twitter. I love it.
Just took their LAC there on that pullback there, so just want to call that out. I just grabbed it at 39.09s there for the pullback. Talked about how I wanted to get 39s. I couldn't get that level, so I just went off of 10 cents above here. We're going to hold towards that 38.91. Look for the push back to 39.50 on LAC. We'll see if we can get that push. Let's see what we get here. Keeping a close eye.
Pounding those highs.
You've got AMD bouncing off the 109 a couple of times on the 10-minute candle. And you've got Facebook testing the low day. Actually went low day. Trying to break 233 to the downside. Twitter trying to curl up above VWAP. All right, looks like I went ahead and got into ATER at 401. So then let's do the same exact thing. So the stop loss is going to be about, let's just call it 388.
Santa's bringing that coal this year, baby. Ain't going to have problems with that.
Oh, you are going to have problems. Remember, coal prices for next year. So all of the coal is gone for next year.
I feel bad for you hookah users. You hookah users. The hookah users. What's going on with the coal prices, man? Zunaid, I know you got some relatives rocking some hookahs. I used to love the hookah life in college. Come on. You got to give us an insight right there. You ever used the hookah, Zunaid?
I have not.
Time, dude. When I was in college, that was a favorite in college.
Yeah, that's a college. Like when you walk into college dorms and you don't see a hook, I mean, come on.
Come on, Facebook.
I used to have my engineering friend, you know, he's a smart guy there. Oh, LAC, be careful, guys. Something just happened. LAC trying to wash people out here. So I'm glad I got a small position here. At least I can look to the ad right now, but it's definitely testing down. Be careful there, guys. LAC turned around there quick.
I'm just trying to see if I can be cute here. I went in and grabbed some AMD at 109.32. Stop loss is 108.72. And obviously I'm already in ATER. You've got Roblox, it looks like, trying to close below VWAP as it crossed above the 50. Now it's coming back down.
The comments that you got started about the hookah in the chat, Mitch, are lit, just like the coal of a hookah would be. Did you even go to college if you didn't hook?
I mean, did you drop the coals on the carpet? That's how you know you're in college.
No, that's when you get cut off. The first time that you drop a coal on carpet, you are cut off. You're no longer
Let's just say that's why I went to my friend's dorm, not mine.
Yeah, real quick, while we were talking and joking around there, NNOX took 14 out, moving a lot quicker here. NNOX, not in it, missed it because we were goofing around. I was watching THCA. There was some option sweeps in that.
Battling here this morning. We'll see what happens here. LAC.
Did you say THCA?
THCA, correct. There were option sweeps on that.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm in the this is from a few days ago. I'm in the $12.50 calls expiring April 14th. That's why I was like, wait, what now?
God, NNOX, what a monster move here.
And there's a profit taking, by the way, on AMD.
LAC, it tried to wash people out there, guys. My average is 38.99 here, but just be careful there. That one had some big volatility here.
Amazing move there on NNOX. If you hit that, great job.
All right, AMD, if you follow that trade, we went ahead and sold AMD. I don't know why TradeStation doesn't give me my fill here. Let me see if I can find it. AMD, we sold it at 109.92.
BTU coming back to VWAP if you guys want to pay attention towards that.
All right, looks like my stop loss hit on ATER. So on the TradeStation side of things, we're up about $120 after the AMD trade, the ATER dub, and the ATER L.
Gotta be careful with LAC coming back here towards the 80s. Could flush through. There's that move to the 80s. Be careful here, guys. Want to see it hold to 80 here.
Singh asking about TCAT. What do you think of TCAT? I wouldn't hold it overnight, but it moves on NFT headlines. So if you see a news item come through Benzinga Pro and it is related to NFTs, one of the first stocks that you should check is TCAT and see if there's a trade to be had there. My favorite is when they release some type of NFT headline. When these NFT stocks are sitting at support, they almost always make good trading opportunities.
All right, back above 39.25 is going to be my ad for LAC to take a nice swing, but it needs to hold this bottoming action at 38.80s.
A Palantir trying to make some moves here.
Zunaid vapes Kathy Wood's tears.
No, I actually do with my genie position.
That sounds badass, actually.
With my genie position, yeah. Don't worry, I vape those tears.
Don't worry.
Or maybe she vapes my tears. Or maybe she vapes my tears. I'm going
to take some YOLOs here. I'm going to go ahead and take Palantir. $15 calls expiring this week. I filled at 26 cents.
I get stopped out of here in METC. BTU is definitely the one to go for. It's at VWAP right now, but just got to pay attention here.
UEC taking a breather here after its move up, pulled down 11 cents from its high. Might not be done, though. We've actually seen this thing move like crazy before.
Yeah, I can stop that in two positions here. So you just got to be careful here. Stopped out in METC, and then LAC is about to get stopped out too.
Okay, Nick and 30-foot J. Man, I can't pronounce your name. You got no vowels in there. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys are mentioning Annie in the chat. This has moved pretty big. This was actually, let me take a look. Let me zoom in here. There was a day trade here on the 260 break and a 245 break. I'm not in this though. As far as targets, I don't really do targets. 280 looks to be okay. So it stopped at 279. So 279, 280 going to be your first spot if we take that out to the upside here. Let's see, 275 and Annie. There's 278. Yeah, see, and the thing that you really want, I mean, if you look at this move, this is a vertical move off the open. So buying it up here, you're asking for trouble. What I would rather do on any, because this is definitely going to have another opportunity to trade here. I'd like for this to pull back, to be quite honest with you. I'd really like for this, in an ideal world, if we could pull back
LAC
and hold it, we'd be in good shape.
Ouchie wouchies here. Not time to take an assessment here.
All right, you've got Twitter cracking down below VWAP. You've got AMD trying to go above the previous close, but it can't. And you've got Palantir coming down, which means the market is also coming down, helping these stocks come to the short side.
BTU was the trade today for sure. Looking at it right now.
Getting a little bit of a pullback here in any.
Oof, that was a nice view up.
Charlie squawking SST halted at 2680. SST. System 1 shares are trading higher. The company on Monday reported earnings.
Yeah, BTU was definitely the one to trade today.
So Annie on a pullback here. Again, I'd like to see this come into 263. VWAP at 256. That might be a decent spot to take a shot if we pull in there. Big bidder at 264 here. Let's see if they clean that guy out.
Interesting. Twitter really weak today and Snap really weak today.
LGVN
Also
moving to the
Pinterest.
upside here. Annie at 263. Zunaid, look at THCA now.
Please something to the upside. Hell yeah. Let's see what them calls are.
Are you still in this?
How the hell are my calls? My calls didn't move jack squat. What? Yeah, my calls are what do I have? 1250 calls expiring April 14th. My average price is 54. Those are the 2% of my account size because 98% is cash every day.
I 100% agree with this message. How do we have over 900 people watching and very, very few likes here, guys? Come on, guys. Support us as we support you guys. We do this 100% free. We could be behind a paid wall, but we're not. The way we do that is you guys supporting us and hitting that like button. I only see 140 likes. I need to see 400 likes. If not, we're not going to get past 10 a.m. here, guys. Hit the like button. Support us as we support you guys. We do this live and for free, guys.
THC, I feel like I'm chasing. Feel like I'm chasing here if I buy this. I want to, though, but it feels like I'm chasing.
Yeah.
ATER 395 looking to curl back up through 4 here on ATER.
Yeah, definitely struggling on the BTU. One thing I can do is call it out, but another thing is trade it. Definitely should have been trading it today, and that VWAP bounce was a nice one if someone grabbed it.
All right, there we go. Now our calls are up. Here, I mean, this isn't a trade because I didn't get in today, but for me personally, I'm going to try to get out some contracts at 65. We'll try to be greedy. We'll say 70 cents if I can.
UEC after that pullback approaching highs again. We got 518 high as 520. So you might be able to get a pop above that 520. I'm still in those calls. I'm actually not trading the stock on that. ATR coming back in from that 4. By the way, VWAP at 398 on ATER coming back in here a little bit. Beat Fanatic saying ATER support 385. I would agree with that. I think it definitely found support there earlier today. Let's see if it gets back down there, Beat.
All right, come on. Now we've got the bid and the ask there. Sell some. Cool. Got some out at 70 cents.
All right, taking a little bit of a shot here in CEIX here, guys. So smaller position because of the spread, but taking a good shot here, trying to get it back above 40s. That's CEIX here, guys. You guys see it come on up, went up there past the 41s. Now looking for that bounce off the support hourly hold. Let's see if it holds there and get back on up.
All right, want to grab some equity here on Palantir. Got filled at 14.69. Take profit 14.97. Stop loss 14.36.
UAC new highs. ATER through that support at 386 here. A lot of action this morning, folks.
A lot of action.
Like that basketball game last night.
You know, they say, bro. Oh, it doesn't work. Come on. No bueno. There you go. It should work.
Born is asking if you're going to the Vegas FinTwit conference. I am, Born. I hope you are. I cannot wait to meet you there. Hope Mitch does too.
I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know. We're figuring out who we're sending from Benzinga TV right now. I'll let you guys know. I should be there, but we'll see what happens, guys. Got a lot to do in April and May. So let's go. Let's go.
SST. Wow, we talked about it a little bit. It unhalted and is now rehalted at 31.84. So this is going to be a crazy one today. THCA highs. Wow.
Yep. Went ahead and closed some more contracts. Oh, that was a shitty fill, you idiots.
Yeah, you tell him.
Right? For real. Come on, E-Trade. Do better. The ask was at like 90. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah, nice little pop there. Wish we could play today, but I was already in the position with contracts from a swing.
CCL holding the gains today. Definitely reopening play into play today. Talked about that before the bell. Should have been watching these cruise lines. RCL is the one that I think is interesting right now. It's lagging behind CCL and NCLH here. So if you wanted to take a look at that one, doesn't look too bad there. RCL off the VWAP there.
DWAC, $50 bounce. Missed it, got the alert, but I guess it just did a quick little bounce. Take profit on here. I'm gonna move this down a little bit to the 94s on CLF, just to get under that $34 level. And there's Palantir. 10-minute candle stayed above the VWAP, but I still don't like it the best. But here's THCA, possibly going to test VWAP or maybe even that $12 level. Would not be surprised.
Nick is asking, do you think any will make another go? Darn it. So yes, I am in the camp that I do think that a lot of these stocks make another go. Like we just talked about THCA, right? That might set up and try to take out 1275 later on this afternoon. You asked about any here. Looking at any, let me go ahead and throw my chart up here. Looking at any, this to me is super easy, right? 280 is your spot. We curl back up and take out 280 on any type of volume. This is a trade, and you're probably looking at a target here at 324. I wouldn't be surprised if these get tested. It might take until later in the afternoon, though. Don't forget that, right? You might not get that instant gratification here in the morning. There were a couple of others that were moving around here. I want to take a man. CCJ. This is what I'm talking about. This is it put in a high, pulled back in, and then took that high out. This happened pretty quick. I think we actually might see that later on in the day here. So a lot of these stocks here are moving around very, very quick.
And look at CLF here. Come on, dog. Here's CLF. I have my take profit at 33.94. Literally hit it, but couldn't get the fill. So there's that. Now it's coming back down.
CLSN getting a $37 price target.
I got you right back up. FYI. Boy, that stock seems spready.
What, clean?
CLSN, the one that Ryan's taking a look
Yeah,
at.
CLSN. It had a $30 price target. It's spread like crazy, though. Be careful with this. $38 price target.
Yeah, the spread there, it's about 20 cents there. Be careful there, guys.
All right, here's Roblox trying to do something here. I'm going to try to go ahead and grab some shares.
I have a level of 528. I don't know where from, but it's an old prior resistance. So maybe look for a pullback right below that 528 and using that 5 to go off of here. I like that look now. There's that move. The bid's on 525. Kind of like that if you can get it near the 525, but you got to risk off the 5 really quickly.
Yeah.
But it's a good risk to reward there. You get that kind of 3-to-1 look, 4-to-1 look. Someone just jumped in there, 10,000 shares at 529.
Yeah, that's interesting.
10,000 shares.
And the thing is for this to like really get moving, you're going to need a lot of volume. Obviously, we got that when Charlie was squawking that, we got that pop there. But for this to really move, you're going to need some more volume. If volume pours into this thing is going above 560. We'll tell you that right now. In fact, where are we at on the chart here? 560, a huge level for this. 650, the spot after that. So good Lord.
Bro, can I just take my profit in CLF, please? Good God.
Bro, just sell some steel.
Sell some steel. Look at this. I can't make this up. Here, Ryan, I'm going to take attention away from you for a sec. Look at this. How many times has it tried to sell me here? And it's like, nah. It's all you, Ryan. I know this one's going to take a little. Oh, man. I'm going to laugh.
Oh, Miss Whitehorse, you have jury duty today. Good luck.
Oh, good luck with that.
All right, guys, we're going to cut LTHM here just because it keeps coming on down there. We could wait for a little pop back here. Could have sold into the 28s. We're going to take it off here just because it could pull back on the daily chart all the way down towards 26 here. And so we're not going to be waiting for that move all the way down towards 26. We're out of the position there. I'll tell you guys exactly around the percentage gain here. All right, so the percentage gain, top percentage there is going to be around 9.5% there. Opening up, we were at close to 15%. So that's why I was looking for the push around 29. That would have got us into that 15%. But hey, it's not too bad. We'll take that. Not a bad winner there in LTHM.
CLF coming right back down to test VWAP. Jesus.
Missy, I'll let you know next time I have jury duty so you can go take my spot.
SPY selling off. What's going on, folks?
Well, the SPY sell-off, I mean, I don't know, man. I can't tell you anything about the SPY sell-off.
Manufacturing, no, that's
10 a.m., man. 10 a.m. turnaround.
USA non-manufacturing PMI. I don't think that was it. Huh.
I don't know. I think the people are looking at upsides, but I mean, really, we'll see what happens now.
Oh, the CLF trade is going to be a penny away from profit. I'm going to take an L on it. Good God.
All right, BTU looks like it's trying to pull back closer towards on the 15-minute towards the 9. That's around 27, but I think it could get towards 26.75 here on this pullback. Just be careful there, guys. You could see a little heavy of a pullback and then see it try to recover.
On which one? BTU?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to have that pullback now because you can see here on the 15-minute likes to come back down towards these levels here. 9 EMA catch or somewhere on this resistance, 26.76. And then I'd look for that move back up there. So many people are watching BTU out the gates. They'd hit the buy button right out the gates there, probably sold now. Now you're seeing a little bit of a retrace. Look for that rebuying volume to come back in.
CLF, when I took a loss on it, it was a cent away from profit. We took a loss. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that was fun. You've got a SPY possibly coming back to test the 455s. Gonna go ahead and close this Palantir as well.
This SPY candle is straight down. Apples were doing the same thing.
Yep.
Square.
Oil crushing down there too. Just be careful out there, guys. I'm seeing some hard downside action there.
Be careful is right.
Shorting Tesla. Do you short Elon? About to take my third stop out today and wrap up the day. Do.
Holy smokes, DDL off the scanner. What's going on this one?
Wow.
This moved too quick. I caught this one late.
That's the third stop out for me, guys. Strike 3. You're out.
Are you excited about baseball opening day? Did you hear about the Austin Meadows trade yesterday?
Honestly, I don't want to even talk about it.
Why?
Oh, shit.
Why?
Because I'm a big Austin Meadows fan.
He's a Tiger now.
That's horrible.
He doesn't care for Detroit.
That's horrible,
Dude.
dude.
Our company headquartered in Detroit, man. We got to root for the Tigers. They just got a great player.
I don't root for
that.
I don't root for Detroit sports, man. I'll tell you that.
Tough crowd today. Tough crowd.
I'm transparent as can be, man. I ain't gonna make up like I like Detroit sports, man. Come on, man.
Who do you root for that competes with Detroit?
I'm a Florida guy, dude. Come on. You know it. It's all about the Marlins, the Rays.
Okay, so I see. So you're upset that the Rays traded away a good player. Okay, that makes sense.
They traded away a really good player. Really good. He has one of the best swings in baseball, but people don't see that.
Yeah, no, he's a really good player for sure.
I last year there was questions about Meadows. There was, he strikes out too much. He's not a good hitter. Then he hits all these RBIs, top RBIs in majors.
He had a bunch of homers last year too. Good OPS, good batting average.
No, I'm kind of upset about that. But the Rays do it on purpose, right? I mean, they know
How
what
are they
they're
good
doing.
every year? How are they good every year?
Their analytics is way better than majority of people out there. They are able to judge AA and AAA talent way better than anybody else in the majors.
That makes sense.
The only other team I'd compare to them in their minor leagues development is the Dodgers. Look at the top players that the Dodgers have. They got them through the farm system.
The Dodgers just buy everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because they grew like 5 really good players and then gave them the ability to buy some teammates for them. The one that surprised me is
man. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good. You're good. Mookie, I thought would be better, but.
Trying to see if
my man.
Yeah, sorry. What?
You have a very serious face. We got the market pulling back here. You haven't said
well, I'm annoyed with the CLF,
worried,
man. The CLF was so annoying. We were like, because obviously I always have shares on the E-Trade side as well. So that was just annoying. No, I'm trying to take a look and see if this 450 level is going to hold or not, because I want to grab some SPY calls, and a break below that, I might go ahead and get out. Matter of fact, I'll take a look stab at it here. Let me see. We got these contracts expiring tomorrow. This is going to be a riskier trade. I'm going to grab some calls here on the 455 side, expiring tomorrow. I'm hoping that this will at least try to test VWAP, but realistically, the chances are that it goes ahead and breaks below 450, and that's why I'll go ahead and get stopped out. But if this can test VWAP, I should get about 30-40% of the gains back. But no, baseball is boring to me, so I was just staying out of the conversation.
No worries. I think it's definitely a sport you got to play. If you've only seen it, not going to do much for you.
I definitely played, not like college or anything. Played a little bit in middle school. Now I stick to
Any looks like it's curling up, guys.
ANY.
That's the reason why the market's down. It's because I don't like. Well, hate is a little hard word, but not liking Detroit sports. I don't hate them, but
I'm gonna try any here on a curl. 1250 is what my price is.
Trying to front it above VWAP. Okay.
Yep. I'm here to live dangerously, Zunaid. If this falls out of bed, I'm out.
Hey, I'm hear you, pal. I hear you, pal.
the Braves have the best farm system. I don't know about that.
Oh, here comes
Probably not this year, Dylan. They'll still be at the top. Rays know what they're doing. Golf. You serious, JJ? Come on, man. Please tell me the NFL, NBA, golf. The SPY is just, yo, who has their elbow on the sell button?
Their elbow, no kidding.
It's not a finger. That ain't fat finger. They just have their straight elbow on that thing.
Yeah, this 455 level has been a little tough one for them to get above and break it and stay there. We got about 555 left in the 10-minute candle. Oh, that CLF trade was stupid. Should have just marketed it when it was a cent away. Stupid.
Let's be honest. The Rays got robbed also last year.
And he not going yet. We'll wait till it sets up again.
Golf is like a good walk spoiled, said Churchill. I like that one, Beat Fanatic. I'm going to keep that one.
Can
I get some bounce in the airline so I can go short them? I'm trying to get strike four.
I will get stopped out here on 10% on SPY as they go ahead and break the 454.50. So that's what we pretty much did, right? We risked about 50 cents on the SPY, hoping to get about $1.50 on profit. We didn't get it, so I'm out. Got in at 206, got out at 183.
Dun, 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 dun. What's getting hit the hardest? Tech, consumer cyclicals, and financial services. I don't understand, but the banks don't want to hold, guys. They don't want to hold.
Cleveland Cliffs.
The banks are dropping faster. And that WFC potentially for short, but
Nvidia just to the downside.
AMD cracked probably. Yeah, that cracked hard. That 108. If we can get back to VWAP, I'll start taking some shorts. But I hate trying to short into the low of the day move. I don't know about you guys, but at least from what I see, it's a hard one to do.
Oh man, wow! I had on DDL, Ryan. I had a limit order to buy at 602, and then the low of that candle was 608. So we just missing everything by pennies here. Trying to play the VWAP bounce, but clearly I could not. So I'm gonna cancel that trade. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Leaking. Is Starbucks leaking more? Oh, that should have been the short today. Yo, guys, I hate when I miss trades like that. Starbucks, like, how are we not shorting Starbucks, guys? How are we not shorting Starbucks? Starbucks yesterday, really weak.
Ken is. Dude, Ken is shorting Starbucks. So Ken Murray in our chat
Ken,
is shorting Starbucks. He talked about it multiple times.
come run the show, Ken, because I shouldn't.
Ken comes on the happy hour regularly. I'm sure he'd come on live trading.
Ken, that VWAP fade on Starbucks today, look at that. Oh, that's a beauty of a VWAP fade. Big red candle right out the gates. You get that downside action. You get that push back towards VWAP. VWAP here going towards 85.90s. The high there was 85.97. Didn't touch 86 for a single tick. Right back down through the lows. Now it would have been a nice like 2.2% winner there on Starbucks, right back down to the 84.45s. What a trade there if you were able to nail that Starbucks.
Guys, real quick, guys and gals, excuse me, SBFM, checking in on SBFM. Remember, we said that these cancer things can go, but be careful. Well, this is why. Big time pullback. It made highs early in the morning here, about 680. We're currently at 520, so down more than $1.50 from those highs.
Do I short Chipotle? Never done it, but looks interesting.
Any is going now without me. Darn it. Gotta stay in some of these trades a little bit longer. I got too itchy of a trigger finger.
You itchy, man.
So now it's through VWAP, which is the interesting part here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try some size here.
On any?
On any, I got filled at 5. Why do I hate this shit? 258.
I'm trying some here at 257. We'll see if we get a push. 258 now. $258, $259. Here we go. Here we go. There's 260. $261.
Airlines are just getting drilled now. Man, I wish I would have been short on some airlines today. Missed it by one day.
There's 60 again. If they take out 62, this thing could go.
Anyone?
Yeah, I'm going to wait for 62 to set up because I don't want to give it back. I already screwed this trade up once today. 62 is your spot there. I'm watching that. I'm out of it now. Here, sorry. I had DDL. By the way, anyone else notice that DDL's name is Ding Dong? I mean, I don't know. That's funny. Maybe I'm just childish. 262 is the spot we're watching here on any.
You ding dong. What's good about that any is that you're at least getting the volume to come in there.
Exactly. And I mean, looking at this, you know, if we zoom in here, I mean, the off 245 support, this actually gave a pretty good trade. Win as high so far as 262, pulling back now here. That 262 spot is a big one. That's what we're watching here. I think we might be able to take that out again. Under 260, they're really doing it.
Defensives were doing well. Let's see if they come back here. That's part of your ding dong trade. Defensives.
I'm not in ding dong. It's just funny. It made me laugh.
That's why I've said it like 5 times. Ding dong.
You don't have to tell me twice to short fake meat. I'm with you there, Christian.
Yeah, for real. Beyond meat. I mean, come on. I remember when that thing was at like 200. I was like, yo, this is not gonna stay up here, guys.
Jessica, ding dong, love it. Just watched Metalocalypse. That sounds interesting. Last night, where they adopted a fat kid named Fatty Ding Dong. Man, people are getting creative with the names here. I'll tell you that.
All right, then.
I don't know what Metalocalypse is, if I'm even pronouncing it right, frankly, but sounds spicy. Shermo says, I'm a ding dong today back in BTU. Hey man, BTU has been the stock so far. Where are we at on BTU, by the way? I haven't actually.
Oh, the market wiped it out,
Oh
man.
wow, it pulled it all the way back.
The
Man,
market, dude. That's how the market can ruin your trade.
it's always the market's fault.
I was gonna say, right?
Well, I
Always.
mean, just take a look at the SPY. I mean,
Oh no,
the
believe you me,
SPY
we
did
all
get
feel the
bought.
pain on that.
So was that Brainerd's comment? Is that what we figured out here? Was it Brainerd's comment that sunk the market? Or what?
very easily could have been. Very easily could have been. I mean, one thing that is going to be released tomorrow is going to be the Fed minutes from March. So get ready for that, guys.
Yeah, I'm in DDL here. I'm waiting for it to get to 677 for my take profit, but knowing my luck from CLF, it'll go to 676.
The orange man? Yeah, the orange man. It's all his fault. I'll blame it on him.
And he took
CCL.
52 for a second, yanked back. Wow, it's really yanking now.
Yeah, definitely. Even good trades like the cruise lines are turning around. So just be careful out there, guys.
Yeah, this is a VWAP bounce, though.
Can we get the bounce now?
Yeah, you know what? What the heck?
Oh, there's one, guys. NRGV, guys. I talked about this one earlier, how it was looking good. It was a newer energy play. Look at that breakout right now. Look at that. VWAP hold. Boom. Nice 14% breakout there in NRGV. Strong stock there. Spread sometimes spreads around 30 cents, just to put that in consideration, but definitely nice move there. NRGV. Taking a look at some of these other plays. Water plays? It's all about the water, bro. You drinking your water, bro? Come on.
I actually forgot to fill my water bottle. Woke up a little late today.
You see, that's why I'm getting you back on your water game.
Yeah, we gotta fill it up here in about 7 minutes after I bounce, but we need a bounce in one of these goddamn stocks is what we need.
They're not having any of it right now.
Man, that because everything was looking so pretty, and then the SPY said,
"It was
fuck you."
Yeah,
that CLF shit still pisses me off.
Yeah.
Oh man, any on a pull there, that ain't gonna work.
Trying to figure out if I want to keep lit or not. We're starting to get into the red there for the swing trade. The only thing is that there is a little gap fill that it looks like it's trying to fill here. So looks like it's trying to go down to 78 18s. She's going to keep watch on it. 77 will get me out. Let's just let it work. It's a smaller position.
Shit, didn't see this going up again, but THCA once again trying to make something happen.
You know you want to stay lit. Always stay lit, Bill. If not,
man.
Just light it up, you know. Save, can you come back to VWAP so I can short you, please?
Metalocalypse was an animated series on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. It was hilarious. Okay, never seen it, but we'll take your word for it.
All right, hourly low trying to hold there. Do we cut through the 454s and make our way to 450 here in the SPY? There's Airline starting to bounce a little bit there. I'm looking for them to come back to VWAP so I can get short on some of these names. How's Apple doing? You know I love to watch Apple for the market.
Apple finding some footing after that SPY pullback.
Yep. We'll look for a VWAP fade on Apple to show us that the market wants to come right back down. We'll see what happens there. Woohoo!
What's TMC doing? That's just down today. Yeah, nothing really today. Gave back a lot of its stuff.
Roku was a good short today. I feel like that news yesterday was a nothing burger, and it was just running off of that. Definitely dropped down there when the market started dropping. So I'm going to look for a VWAP fade on that one. Needs to come back there towards 131.40s. All right, guys, we got over 870 people watching. We got 425 likes. Hit that like button if you guys have
that's
been
nice.
enjoying it. Let's go. Let's go. Son, drink your water. You know it.
I was hanging out with Jonathan yesterday at 3, and then this individual popped up. So appreciate you hanging out with us all day.
This individual.
This guy, as I say, this guy.
Oh man. If you want to try to cherry pick a little bit Facebook here, actually no. If it was around 2:30, I would, but still in DDL, still hanging out in ANY.
Should we have a... Yeah, we should have one. What the hell? Let's have a teaching lesson.
Oh, I thought Hendrix had spilled water over it. That's what I... Okay.
No, not enough. Not enough, man. Not enough. Pulling the CMT book out.
Uh-oh. He means business when the CMT book comes out.
No, I just want to give people the
When's your test?
true definition. In June. In June, man. I should be taking the second one, but I don't want to talk about what happened on the first one.
Oh, I remember something because I remember us wishing you well, and we asked you how it went, and you said I want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's put it this way. It wasn't because I failed it.
No, I remember. I don't even think you got a chance to take it.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, I remember you get a chance to take it at all.
There's nothing worse than being like ready for a test and then being told, "Oh no, wait 6 months, come back later."
Was it just a paperwork thing, or
It's because it was remote. So now I'm gonna go do it in an actual testing center. I tried to do it remote and ran into some technical issues. These guys wanted to see every corner of the room, wanted me to take a video underneath my desk. They were just way too stringent. And I was like, bro, does someone really want to cheat that bad on a CMT test?
how many series are there? How many series of tests are there?
There's 3.
Okay,
There's
so
3. And
3 parts.
really, 1, I think it's kind of easy. It's kind of like standard technicals. 2, you start getting a little bit more in depth and understanding kind of the fibs and going into a little bit more in depth. And then 3 is actually difficult, guys. So if you guys know that someone that's had that third one, that's important, because what the third one does is you no longer get multiple choice. It's everything is paragraph response, like long paragraph responses.
Guys, Annie took out 262 here.
Yes, it did.
Any. Better coming back.
Beach bump. Didn't you email me? I feel like I responded back to your email last night. I respond back to emails at like midnight.
What do you think about Twitter here?
Well, let's see what it's doing. Did it bounce off of 51? Oh, bounced off of 51.50. So it's off by 50 cents. Actually, it's off by 30 cents, as 51.20 is my area here.
Took Annie off there. Nice little claw back from the loss that I just took.
You claw that back.
And this
Very
is,
nice.
guys, this is what I mean when we said that you'll hear me sometimes when we run down this list of stocks in the morning, you'll hear me say that you might have multiple opportunities at this point. This is what I mean. First of all, to me, the big opportunity is going to be this 280 level. And if at 279, in fact, this is 279. Let me adjust this so that we're at 279. So to me, this is going to be the big spot. This is where you're going to get your big trade. Now, in the meantime, if we pull back to VWAP, or if we take out any of these smaller levels, there's still a trade there, right? So we put 261, 262 was set up right in here. We took that out. That gave us a couple of pennies. 2, 3, 4,000 shares can make a couple of $100 right there. If you're even more disciplined and you can buy the VWAP pullback, Zunaid, is this where you entered? 253, 254?
258.
258. Okay, so it had bounced off the VWAP and started to curl back up, and Zunaid took entry. Now we're above this level here. We're continuing to go higher. So this is what I mean when I say that there's going to be multiple opportunities. And if you miss one of the opportunities, or if you take a loss like I stupidly did earlier, that's just part of the game. You can always come back to it. This is also one of the reasons why I'll sometimes sell something. If it doesn't feel like it's going to run, I'll just sell it because I know that I'm going to have another opportunity to get back in there. So Annie is setting up for us again. The big trade here for me is 279 if we get there.
All right, time to do the learning lesson here. Didn't want to interrupt Ryan on that trade there, but no, it's okay. You're good, dude. You're taking a real trade. That's more important at the moment. Let's go. Let's do this. I just wanted to answer this question because we have a question in the chat about VWAP. Why do we use VWAP? What is it for? And so clearly stated in my book, I'm going to show you guys it so you guys can see that I'm not just kind of making up some stuff here. And so a lot of that is going to be looking and understanding that VWAP, what it really stands for, and this is the actual mathematical equation for it, is sum of, and then you got to get the tick price times the tick volume, and then you got to divide that by the trading volume overall. And that's what VWAP really does. So it's a volume weighted average price, which is the average price typically for one trading day with each of the price points weighted by the volume traded at that price. And that's why I like the VWAP. It's because it's a moving average essentially that's weighted based on the volume traded at those specific price points. And so we use it in many different ways, guys. You guys can use it in plenty of different strategies. Some use it just to kind of determine bullish and bearish charts. Is it bullish for the day, bearish for the day, above VWAP, bullish, below VWAP, bearish? Some people compare the distance from the price and the VWAP, and they do what's called VWAP reversions types of trades, where if it gets too far from the VWAP, they expect it to come back to the VWAP. And so there's plenty of different types of ways to use it. I know Ryan and Zunaid use it also, and I mean plenty of traders pay attention to it.
Here's an example, Mitch. Here's a graphical representation of what you're talking about. So this blue line here is your VWAP line being calculated for you. Don't need to memorize the equation. And you can see that ding dong, so we've already made some jokes about this ticker today. This has been a really, really strong stock today. And every time that it's come back in, it's reversed as it's gotten close to the VWAP. Now, in this particular example, it doesn't actually tag the VWAP, but that's okay. The action is still the same. If we take a look on any, actually, it didn't that did tag the VWAP, right? So first it actually broke through the VWAP, and then it used that as resistance. Then it pulled, and when we came back here, we had resistance. But this second time through, look at that pop that we got. Now it came back to the VWAP. This acted as support instead of resistance, and the stock ran off. This is how you can use VWAP. You can set this up for entry or exit depending on where you ended up buying it. Mitch, I hope I didn't.
No, you didn't. You highlighted it. No, I appreciate it. It's all good, man. That's what it's about. So, and it's also about understanding how you want to use it, right? Because I mean, there's one thing understanding what it is another thing how you can get an edge off of it. Because that's what everyone's looking for. They're looking for edge.
And so here's another example on why VWAP is important. Look at the size of this sell-off on SBFM. All right. So first of all, we have it's the biggest red candle of the day. It took this stock from about 640 down to 570. So a big step down. Notice that in this movement, it blew right past the VWAP. So if there was any traders here looking to play a VWAP bounce, if they had their order out, for example, they got filled on the way down. The selling was so relentless that it just went right through whatever support was at VWAP. And this is confirmed by the second biggest volume candle of the day. Now, I say all that to say that VWAP is not some holy grail where if the stock comes into the VWAP and you buy it, you're all of a sudden going to be picking out which color Lambo you want. It doesn't work like that. It's just one of those indicators that a lot of other traders look at, and a lot of the times you can have moves set up there. Remember, it can act as both support and resistance. Zunaid earlier, when I was trying to front run, I believe that was any. It was one of the losses that I took on any. I was trying to front run this VWAP because I thought we were going to get the push through the VWAP. So I bought it early. When we got to VWAP, we ended up not getting the push. I closed my trade out, and guess what happened after I closed it out? It blew right through the VWAP. So this is one of the reasons why we actually walked this spot. And again, to Mitch's point about trading this a little bit differently, do what you're comfortable with, right? I'm not comfortable front running an indicator like this. So when I saw the stock not behave the way I wanted it to, I got paper hands and stopped out, only to watch the trade actually go right through it several minutes later. Just how it goes.
That's how it goes. That's the truth.
All right, you've got any about 6 cents away from my take profit. Or the cost base is about 258, currently trading at 268. So you're about 10 to 11 cents in the money on that side of things.
All right, taking a look at some thinking if I want to get back into coal or not. I can't get BTU because BTU's already moved in there. It's at 27.24. It had a nice push there at 27. That was probably the only chance that I had to jump in there. Would have been 27. Looking for a push back towards 28. We'll see what happens on that. BTU recovering a little bit there.
Elite Trading, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a few days, my man.
So is CEIX also trying to recover there. Just keeping an eye on it right now.
Guys, Ken, who has been crushing it, giving you a trade opportunity. Ken, let me make sure that I'm speaking this correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm heading to Bumble with two bottoms on 27.84. I'm going to take a midterm call option on Bumble. So you're playing to the long side, and you're basically looking at this bottom, right? What is the number you get? 27.84. Okay, so that's right. Let me get my cursor. That's right here. So you're basically looking at the bottoms of these candles here as support. Bumble's coming into that level. You're looking to take a long position here using calls. So Ken, I really appreciate this because what you're doing is you're telling us the trade that you're trying to take before the move actually materializes. That is actionable. That is exactly what we do to try to raise the tide for the entire community. Cannot thank you enough. Like this idea here. We'll see if this ends up materializing. Good stuff, Ken.
I'm going to go ahead and lock in these gains on any because I'm not trying to have a CLF situation. So I'm going to go ahead and close this position out. I got filled at 268. So
nice job, Zunaid.
Thank you. I didn't want to deal with another CLF situation, but, whatever.
Hey, you got to take it when you can get it.
Yep.
Stromorph luteus. I hope I pronounced that right. I've never read that word in my life. What program are you using? This is Benzinga Pro. This is the financial news media wire. I use news to determine why stocks are putting in the moves that they're putting in. What you're actually looking at here are two scanners, one that's keeping an eye on my watch list, one that's looking for relative volume plays, as well as a chart so that I can look at those charts at a glance. Apple near lows here.
Yeah, Twitter rejected off of VWAP as well. I didn't get all the way up to VWAP like I wanted, which is why I didn't take the trade. But I was hoping for it to touch VWAP around the 53s for better risk reward. Now here it's coming down near 51. Silent alert. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Matter of fact, I'm just going to place an order. Who cares? I'm going to go ahead and buy 500 shares.
Damn you, airlines. Damn you.
Ending on 70 here.
Damn you, airlines.
There goes 70 on any, guys. Oh, my God. That happens so fast. They took so much stock there. Back down to 70, though. Maybe a refresh seller there. They took it again. Oh, man. Okay.
Anybody?
So there we okay. So they refreshed 70 here. We got a big bidder at 268 here. A 270 spot, clearly a spot. So they're when they take the shares out, they're actually coming back into them, pulling down to 268 here. We'll see. Yeah, sorry, Ken. I brought Bumble up here. I'm talking about a different stock on a different screen. I have trouble keeping that together. You were saying you were looking at the May calls, right? 35 strike May calls. Let's take a look at that real fast. It's 35. Those are cheap too. Those are only $1. You can get those at $1 if you end up getting them. 30 calls, only 230 here at the midpoint. So not bad. Pretty easy to afford there too. Again, Ken, I really appreciate you going through a trade prior to its execution. That's where the group can really benefit. Really appreciate that.
I think the only position I have on TradeStation is CRM and DDL. CRM, I'm trying to bottom fish here. If it break below 210, I'll be out.
Henwedo, great question here. Question, is Benzinga Pro like a brokerage? I'm currently with TD Ameritrade. Can I still using Benzinga Pro to run my trade? Okay, so no, it is not a brokerage. That is the key difference here. Again, Benzinga Pro is a financial news media wire. The brokerage is going to allow you to execute trades. Benzinga is going to tell you why stocks are moving the way that they are. You can customize Benzinga to show you information that's important to you. That's one of its value adds, is that you can pick and choose what it is that you want to see. What that means is that if you don't know what to see, you might not feel like the value's there, but trust me, it is. And if you do know what to see, you can really kind of hone this thing into, like, for example, a lot of these day trades that I'm looking for relative volume, range break, high a day breaks. This scanner provides me a constantly updating list all day long. It's up to me as the trader to execute on that. I may trade it poorly. I traded any poorly the first time here, took a loss, then I got it back. So the Pro is going to help you understand what's going on. Now, to answer the second part of that question, we are exploring broker integration. So the end goal here is for you to be able to click buy and sell buttons right in Pro and execute your trades. We don't have a timeline for that yet. We are hoping to allow that to happen this year. Great question, though.
Yeah. Someone talked about what I was using. I use E-Trade, TradeStation, and Thinkorswim as my brokers. And then for my news, I use Benzinga Pro. Matter of fact, that Twitter news yesterday of Elon Musk, the stock popped at 6:08 a.m. Benzinga had the 13G filing for its users at 6:08 a.m. So that was pretty awesome to see. Matter of fact, I think I might have a. Let's see here.
All right, guys, taking a look here at METC. I might take one more swing on the stock. Got stopped out a little earlier today. Might add it here at 77. So let's see if we get it here. Would risk off of 60. So it'd be about 17-cent risk. Looking for a push back above 16 to 16.25. Let you guys know if I do take it.
Any back up to 270?
No.
NE just wants to keep going. We'll see what happens.
Tons of volume. Oh man, yeah, that 270 is the spot for certain. They keep refreshing sellers there. That would be ideal. Broker integration. Yeah, we're going to do it. Trust me, we are going to do it. But it has to be done right, and we're not going to sloppily do it. So.
How's BTU? Did it hold above VWAP?
270 again on any?
SPY pulling back there, holding sideways here, guys. We'll see what happens in the SPY. All right, just saw a nice ad there in METC at 69, 4,900 shares there. I'm going to go and jump in on the party here at 74. So just got in there at 74. Going to risk off to 1560s.
Going to try any here. Oh, didn't get filled. Was a little too slow. Oh.
Any?
I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to chase because, yeah, I was watching DDL here too because Ding Dong. I can't believe that we're looking at something called Ding Dong. It's just, I mean, you couldn't even make it up. But here we are at highs. Looks like it wants to pop. Anyway, Any did take out 270, but I'm not going to chase because I've seen it get slammed back down 269, 268. as they refresh the seller on 270. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, if Ding Dong wants to stretch itself to 678, that'd be nice. I could get my limit order filled. We're up about $100 on these 300 shares. CRM holding the 210 level nicely.
Is Mitch getting licensed to assist with the BZ brokerage side? I don't think so, but if that meshes well, we'll see what Mitch has to say about that. Mitch is getting licensed, so Mitch continue his ascent to being elite.
Yes, that's what it's all about, guys. It's about being ever learning and always trying to learn more. One of the things is status, right? I mean, how many of you guys see traders out there that talk about trades and put up plenty of call outs and things like that on Twitter, but have no single status? Majority. Let's just say that.
Are you shit talking Zunaid and I right now? Because
it's all of us.
We do that. We don't have, we're not certified, or what are we, dog meat over here?
It's me right now.
I'm a certified G. All right.
I'm a certified G.
By the way, Fantastic Universe, I agree. I'm waiting for Ding Dong to pop and explode to the upside. What's up, Ryan?
I was just going to say, this is why we don't trace on any. If you take a look at that, they yanked it right through 270 real quick. I just got excited and tried to run you over. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for Ding Dong to get excited. But I digress.
I bet you are. I bet you are. Who thought you were going to hear that comment today?
You dingling.
Oh, yeah. 13 minutes till Tiger Woods press conference. What's he talking about? If he's gonna play or not, or is he retiring? I don't understand. What's the press conference for?
Who?
Tiger Woods.
Oh, he might announce his Masters bid, right?
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
We do have. It's cool to hear you talk about the steps you take from the second you started trading until now. Oh, you're welcome.
Well, she said it would be cool, not.
No, they said it's cool. See, I'm dyslexic. That's why I mess up my numbers as well.
We do that a lot, right? We do it in pieces. We don't necessarily have here's the start and we're going to go through to the end. We try and fill you in on lessons that we've learned, because that's what we can do to pay it forward here. If we learned something on the hard way, we want to be able to teach you so you don't have to learn it the hard way.
We'll see if METC can make me my money back today, but we'll see what happens. This is one of those days that I'd be okay with just getting back to break even on the day and just calling it quits. So we'll see.
Yes. So real quick here. Bog Invest. Guys, anyone got Benzinga Pro coupons? Yes, we do. There is one of my onboarding teammates. Let me get you an email to reach out to. Let me get you that way you don't have to expose your own in the chat here. Let me give you an email. Here is the deal master. If you need a deal on Benzinga Pro, send an email to Jonathan Mallard, that email address right there, and he will hook you up. Tell him Ryan sent you. How about that? Tell him Ryan sent you. Just go ahead and email him. He will find a coupon for you.
Or you could use... I got one for you already. If you go to the that's a pre-market prep one. So
then we still have the March Madness one if you want. Here,
there you go.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So we also have a 14-day free trial, so you can actually try this first before even putting any money down. So again, we want this to work for you. It's not.
Tiger, how about you get a driver? Stop driving yourself. I don't understand all these rich people that have millions and then drive themselves.
Ooh, CLF trying to make shit happen.
Andrea asking, why not the CFA? I could go for the CFA. I could, but the problem with that is I just don't like it as much. I feel like it, at least from what I've seen, it's just also, it's like going to school to me. I think the CFA is like, it was just like me expanding my finance studies. I don't really see the benefit of it unless I was going to join like a certain management firm or something like that, or business kind of investment firm that wanted me to have the CFA. I could just go for the Series 7 if I wanted, go for those kind of licenses. You don't need a CFA, but there is CFAs out there that really like that kind of certification. I'm going for more of learning more technicals and then kind of taking it from there.
My favorite strategy for scalping, bounce plays off a whole number. So 10, 50, $100, things like that, which is why on Twitter, I was hoping for that $50 bounce. I didn't quite get it, but if you take a look at VWAP, you had a nice $50 bounce. I'm going to expand this. We're going to go to the minute, and then I'm going to show you exactly where that bounce was. Right over here. Look at that. $50 bounce gave you about, what was that, 70 cents or so? Excuse me, 63 cents. You saw I do it a couple of times here before it eventually went right on down. Now look at this. It went down. It tried to test 50, rejected. It came back down. Now it's going to come back and try to do a 50 test here. I have no idea what it's going to do. I'm not going to play it whatsoever. But to answer your question, whole number bounces is what I like. By the way, if you went and got in CRM with me here on the equity side, you're up a solid point almost here. You're up about 70 cents.
Spy coming back here, guys. Some bounces and some stocks now. Two.
I take profit on CRM on the equity side of things is going to be 211.85. So we're about 30 cents away from that. And there's Ding Dong still trying to play around, if you will.
All right. I just filled a swing trade idea here. Ken, I am taking your idea, my man. I appreciate how you laid this out. We are in this together. So I'm going to go highlight Ken's comment. All right. I've entered Bumble at the 35 strike of May. I took the exact same calls, 35 strike in May. You were talking about the purple volatility stops have just begun to turn to yellow, and I have the nice MACD rising crossover. So for those of you that were not around at the happy hour to watch Ken demonstrate what he's talking about, he has two indicators that work together to determine when the reversal is happening. He's alerting us to it. I went ahead and took that trade there, Ken. Thank you for laying this out once again.
Boom, boom.
And for full disclosure, I paid 104 for the contracts.
All right, there's CRM, by the way. Looks like we did go ahead and sell our 200 shares at 211.85. So profit on that.
Hanwedo. So Benzinga Pro will recognize what device that you're on. Clearly, if you've seen us use it in all these different ways, you understand exactly how powerful it is. So on mobile, because your device isn't as powerful, you may need to kind of curtail what you do. You also have a different size screen, so that should be fairly obvious. But it will run on your phone. There's no app. You simply go to pro.benzinga.com in your phone's web browser, and it will detect that you're on a phone and arrange Pro that way. So you can absolutely still use it. Ron also took Ken's trade. Wow. So Ken, you're doing it here. This is awesome. I love it, folks. I love the communal aspect of what we're doing here. You guys are literally the wind beneath my wings. That sounds really cheesy, but I'm going to roll with it, Zunaid.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. I've been making ding-dong jokes the whole stream, so we're good.
Say that one more time. I was talking.
I said you're perfectly fine. I've been making ding-dong jokes the whole night, so we're good. Don't even worry about it.
It's not nighttime, but okay. In other words, it's like running a video game on your phone. Well, kind of 100x minimum, but not really, because it doesn't require the graphics processing that running a game does, which is really going to be the big bottleneck when moving programs to the phone. It's really comes down, you're really limited by the real estate, the screen real estate of your phone, to be honest with you. What can you see? How much can you fit on there? But it's still usable. I still use it. And so speaking of ding dong, Zunaid. What spot are you looking at here? Is my 660 and then maybe what,
I'm in.
666?
So I'm already in here at 628 with 300 shares
Oh.
on TradeStation and on E-Trade. My take profit is at 677. So we're literally like
Yeah,
here.
you're already in. No, awesome. You
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. And that's off of, and I got in off of VWAP. So that's
Yep, there you go.
that's
We talked
exactly what
about
we
that
got
too.
in. Mm-hmm.
Talked about that too.
Someone asked, "Hey, my scalping on the whole numbers. How do you do? You try to get in?" Well, look, here's an example on Twitter on the right hand side. I've already got an order to buy 500 shares at $50.10. So as soon as I get that filled, I would have like a take profit of about 40 cents, if even that. So to answer your question, no, I have limit orders that I use for scalp plays like whole numbers.
All right, let's keep it going, guys. Smash that like button. Support us as we support you guys out there. We got over 480 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500, 800 people watching here. Hit the like, guys. Let's go. LGVN is making moves. We'll see what happens in that one. Not
What's
really
it
my
doing,
type of
LGVN?
stock. Let's continue to push. It's up there now towards 14,
Oh my
held
God,
sideways.
yeah, it is.
It's just not my type of stock, but maybe you can cover it here, Ryan.
Well, so LGVN, I mean, or Mitch, I would be lying if I said this was my type of stock too. I mean, I generally don't like the ones that really move around quickly. It ends up shaking me out. It's something I'm trying to train through, but it is what it is right now. 1360 was one of the spots that I had on the chart. This is from a previous spot. Looks like it took that out. Let me see what the next spot I have. Next spot I have is 1437, and I have a daily pivot here today at 1403, which we just snapped. Man, LGVN.
Yeah,
Good
nice pop there for sure. Damn, I would have loved to play that off of VWAP. I did not have my eyes on it.
All right, still in this METC, trying to see a pop above 1580s. Let's see what happens there.
5 shares. Are you kidding me?
Hey, take it to a dance.
Take it to a dance. Stephen P. in the Bumble trade. Love it.
You're bumbling out there, guys. It's bumbling.
For me, limit or market, it depends on the type of stock it is. If it's something like Apple, I'll market. I don't care. If it's something like Tesla and I'm playing options, I'm going to try to limit because the spread's a little wide. So it depends for me. But mostly, I'd like to limit in and out, but I'm okay doing market if I need to. Just depends. But, you know, like there was a stock, what was it, CLNE or something that Ryan was taking a look at earlier? That shit was
that was
spready.
CLSN.
There you go. I would not market that because that thing was bouncing up and down 20 cents every second. So,
yeah.
And it was a $5 stock. So I'm definitely not going to try to market that.
Speaking of which, that thing's going sideways. Sideways.
This is there's no stress obviously when you have 5 shares of LVGN, but I would really like to even that out to a round lot here. Just took 1420. See if it pulls back here. Maybe I can add 295 shares or so. I can't believe I got filled 5 shares. What? Jeez. Oh man. Here's a pullback. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll get a better price here.
Let's go.
If it comes off to VWAP, I'll go ahead and play this.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to have easy shorts in any. Tell you one thing, SPY being a little crappy, that's for sure.
Any.
UAL still hasn't come back to the VWAP. Just looking for these airlines to come back, but no move back up. Yeah, let's go, Jessica. 500 likes. Boom, boom.
Hey, we appreciate the support, y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us every morning, man.
That's what it's about, really. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we want you guys to enjoy your time here. Not only just learn something, have some entertainment, and at the end of the day, be a community, because that's what we are here. Fed minutes tomorrow release. Yes, Jonathan, we'll be paying attention to see what was spoken of. I'm sure you're going to see comments from like Bullard and stuff like that being mentioned. Yeah, we need 0.5 right now. And then Pal saying, hold those horses.
Diremaid Murtog, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Appreciate the Michael Jackson reference there. Annie, are you okay? Okay, are you okay, Annie? I'll take that. Appreciate that.
Not too bad there. Not too bad. Doge won't stop, says so many beats. What's going on in the Doge? I have no idea. That's a good son. It's a good son. Son, you need to make the money, though. Pay it back to the dad.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Right? You know what? Gotta put that boy to work today. Definitely the market just hit the pause button, guys. You let me know if it resumes. Elon opened his mouth again. What did Elon say, Missy?
Another pullback here on Longeveron.
Tears. SPY looks like it's trying to take out the lows, guys. Be careful out there. Apple looks like it's breaking down there. I'm looking for stocks that are by the VWAP there, but can't find many.
All right, well, I was about to hop off, but here, ding dong, trying to never mind, I'm not gonna go that far. But anyway, ding dong, trying to make things happen. 7 cents away from take profit if you're in this trade. There we go. Just went and took profits on ding dong. That's the way to go out. 677. We are out because boy was this a roller coaster ride, back and forth. End of the day on the trade station side of things at 77 bucks. I'm gonna close out of this trade on E-Trade as well because I've got to go to work and take a little bit of a walk. But always a pleasure hanging out with y'all. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah, nice job on that 666 break.
Thank you.
I was watching Longeveron, my 5 puny shares that I added 295 to and then closed. So
no worries, man. Let's catch you guys tomorrow.
Take care of yourself, Zunaid.
Boom. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's go. It's 11:05. We'll be getting towards Benzinga Live in just about 25 minutes. So let's keep it going here. You guys hit the like button. Throw up some stocks if you guys had a nice winner today. Let's start taking a look at maybe some positions that you guys opened up. And like always, let's keep it going, Buzz. To infinity and beyond. All right, taking a look to see what happens in this METC. Below 560s will stop me out. Trying to get back in here. Some volume has been coming in through the 60s and 70s, but no pop above 1580s yet. Keeping a close eye on BTU, seeing if that's going to come back on the day. Right now, it is coming back down here. We'll see if it tests the support back down towards 26, and then comes back up through 27. SPY is testing back down there. We'll see if it holds. It did bounce off that 454.70 mark. We'll see if it breaks that and goes to the 454 on the downside or back up above 456.
DDL trying to take 80, it looks like.
See if we can get this push above the 1580s and METC and then really start getting that to push and get a win on the day. BTU pulling back there. We'll see if it holds 26. CEIX. This one was a stop out earlier on that 39.36 here. Looking for it to come back, but definitely it's a tough day out there right now. It's gone sideways. We had good momentum right out the gates, and then we slowed down really quickly.
It was that pull on the SPY that really kind of changed the sentiment there.
Yeah, it did. Changed it up really quickly. SPFM now up 141%. Has pulled back significantly, so you'll see if that one can continue to make moves. Not my type of stock, but hey, power to you. NNOX also up about 17%, $14 name in the medical device system. And it is looking like it's pushing. If you look at that daily chart, it's got volume the last couple of days. We'll see if it continues making moves. Did Twitter reverse here? Finally find the bottom?
DDL pulling off that spot.
Trying to reverse there in Twitter, but you haven't seen a big push yet.
DDL pulling back here. All right, Mitch, I'm going to get going too. I'm going to get back to my obligation. You going to be all right to hold the fort down on your own?
All right. Like always, man. We got this.
Okay, now here's the thing. Now, again, tomorrow I am traveling to headquarters, so I don't know when I'm going to be on or what my availability for live.
No, Ryan. No, Ryan.
As possible. And worst case scenario, I will absolutely be on Thursday. Mitch, what is the outlook for us doing this on Friday?
Well, we'll see what happens. You know, like always, we roll with the punches here, and we'll be back tomorrow on Thursday. But Friday, we will be out for the All Access team. But like always, we stay in the chat, stay active. And if you guys want to trade with us, just come on over to All Access. I'll be in the chat and taking some trades. Like Bill says, definitely safe travels, my friend. I hope you make it there. A lot of flights got canceled this weekend. Please get on over there and make it safe, my friend.
I sure hope so. It is a blast every time we go to the Benzinga HQ. We are going to have a great time. Thanks, Mitch. Take care, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
Let's go, guys. All right, time to take stocks from the chat out there. If you guys got one to take a look at, throw it on up, and we'll go ahead and cover it. Taking a look to see what's going on. Right now, I'm seeing utilities up, regulated electric up about 1.2%. Duke doing well. NEE, this is one that I got stopped out in. Kind of annoyed because I was actually in below here in the 84s. Could be holding this one, and it'd be about a 4 or 5% winner now. Got stopped out in that one day, but NEE still holding that kind of trend on up. Duke having another good day, pushing back up through the highs. Going to keep a watch on that one. Southern Company also having a good day. XL Energy. This is one that I gave on back here from the March 28th period. That's when we were watching this. Now we're in April 5th, and you could tell here that was right here on this candle. And now you've really pushed. You've gone about 4 or 5% here on XL Energy. Not a bad move there. All right, keeping an eye out there in the chat. POR also having a good day. This is one of the ones I like. Portland Electric did pull back, a nice pullback towards the throwback. Now coming back up there, tried to get through the 56 level on POR. Regulated water having a decent day. Diversified electricity. Dominion Energy is the one that I'd give there. Definitely a nice pullback yesterday opportunity. Back up there towards the high, 86, 87. Good day there. SRE has been a major leader in this kind of. So you can see here, it's been just completely ripping. Now it's going sideways. We'll see if it can get back up through 170s. What's going on out there, guys? I hope you guys are as excited to keep it going here on Benzinga. And my only green is on Twitter. Well, how'd you trade it, East? Let us know. Was it a short? Was it a long? Was it a quick trade kind of thing? We're looking at Twitter right now. We'll see if it got back up there. I think it's important to get back through the 5270s. Let's see if it can get back on up there and really give us a nice lift in Twitter. It looks like it's doing an hourly pullback. Now, if it can hold these hourly pullbacks, it doesn't look too bad. We'll see if Twitter can continue making moves. IWM being thrown out there. That's an interesting one to watch. It looks like it's cracking today. We'll see if IWM can hold. Any keeps running. Yes, any does keep running. It was looking great there off the VWAP. Now up there to 280s, but it's slowing down the momentum at least. So just be careful. We'll see if it can continue to hold the pullbacks. You can see this trend line right now. I'd want that trend line to hold, especially if I was long from the VWAP, looking for that to continue the trend and hold the pullbacks towards this closing. So you can see here the close was 273. You see how you keep holding these pullbacks? That's a good level. As long as that holds around 270s right now, you're looking well. All right, let's keep going. What other stocks are struggling on out there? It looks like a lot into software names are coming on up. We'll see if these can keep moving. All right, let's go. Tesla looks like a short right now. ARTW. Don't know this one. Let's take a look there. Artways Manufacturing. Looks like it's bouncing back, but washed out big yesterday. And one of the things to kind of state is that just be careful with charts like this, right? You don't want to get caught in a big day where it kind of comes back down 25%. You got to make sure that you're holding tight towards those risks. You could have cut it there at 546 versus letting it get down all the way to 466 and then getting a big loss. You just got to make sure that you understand your risk at all times. Teva. Talked about this one pre-market. Looks like it popped at the open, came back sideways. What I do like about it right now is that at least you have some bottoming action coming into this, and you can use kind of the 993 levels to see if that holds and get a pop back towards 10. Nvidia double bottom there. We'll see. Yeah, doesn't look bad. At least you have some bottoming action in those levels to go off of. We'll see if these kind of levels can hold. The 263.34 is a good level. Take a look at that level. You're seeing that bottoming action there. But remember, it could break down. The SPY is kind of being choppy right now. If it breaks through 454, watch out. All right, let's take a look at some other plays. MOS having a decent day. Mosaic Company, you guys saw this one take a sidestep after getting a lot of run here from around 40s all the way to the 70s. Now taking a couple of days sideways. Now it's trying to push back above to that 70. We'll see if Mosaic Company can get moving. Let's go. Let's go. Can you post a picture here? Unfortunately, you will not be able to post a picture here. I wish we could. Purdy. We went over LGVN. Let's take a look at it now. We talked about how it looked good here. I like the hourly pullback, so I would take a look at the 15 minutes. Look for pullbacks towards 1343s or 1350s here. But if you already got in, let's look for this to kind of hold and break out to 15 here. If it could break to 15, then you could look for those pullbacks of 1420. That was definitely the first resistance where you got this gap down from and you ran right into it. So you're looking for it to fill right back up there towards the next gap, which is up there towards 1514. Just be careful with a pullback, but I would be looking to see if this can continue the strength. All right, METC guys, not doing much there. Back to like 1565s area, 1563s. I'm just gonna take this off here, guys. It's not doing much for me. Could stay in the trade, but I'm just gonna get out of the trade there. Ticking time bomb. Hey, it's better to get out than get hurt right now. Not seeing much in the market and not paying attention to the names, so just gonna get out there. MULN double bottom there, yes, but I don't know if it's going to be able to hold there on Mullen, so just be careful. We'll see what happens. All right, just wanted to share the gains. Happy. I'll keep them to myself. No worries. One of the things you can always do is you can reach us out on Twitter, right? Have no fear. You know, you see our tags up there, or just reach out to tag Benzinga. Add that picture and put live trading with Benzinga. This is what happened today. That's what you want to do. So if you have that, hey, 100x, check that out. All right, let's take a look here. OESX. All right, so energy system stock here. Not saying much, but let me take a look. All right, so if we go on a deeper dive, we take a look at the monthlies. What do we see? We see a drive on up and then a full pullback of that drive. Could find some bottoming action here, but doesn't really give me anything to go off of. Would have to actually see something big, volume, something like that happen for me to get excited. And this looks very sleepy and kind of dull and dead, just personally from what I see on the chart. BBID going sideways here. Not much. There's not much action there. You can see sideways action has a little push towards 328, but there's really not much there if it even does the 328. They're looking for a push above that level, and that's where it really can get moving. All right, BORR. There you go, Paul C. I'm glad you were able to capture that one. I missed the move there, but BORR was a nice push. We were talking about it back on the 9th of March, and it's just gone sideways, then just broke on out there, got up there to 462. Could hold a pullback to 377 right now, but we're looking for that continued lift above 14. IZEA. All right, you're talking about internet and content information. Closing the gap today, so that's a good look. When you close the gap fills, a lot of the times that's a good look to see the bullish trend come back into favor here. And so I'd call the bottom right around here, around the 142s or 141 area. And you're looking for a pushback through the trend line. If you take a look here, you just got through the trend line and held the 150 pullback. So that's what I'd want to see right now. As long as it can hold the 150 pullbacks, you look good in IZEA. Internet content, if this can get through that 150s, get back up there towards 184s, could get towards the $2 price point. Later, Buzz. Hope you enjoy it. All right, let's keep going. What other ones being mentioned? We got about 10 minutes left here. Baba was an interesting one to take a look at. I was taking a look to see if it was going to set on up there, back through the 120s. You can see the pullback right now towards the 111. I keep this one on watch to see if it gets back on through that 120, but right now it is looking weak, and that's Baba. Thoughts on Twitter? It's been hanging sideways. Let's see if it can really get some momentum back into the name. I've been watching it on the 15-minute going sideways here, and on the hourly, you can see how you keep holding the pullback towards 51.34. Let's take a look here at the 15-minute. Looks like you're holding now 52.27s. Yeah, that looks interesting. You can use the support here underneath to probably draw it closer towards 1591. Looking for a push above that 52 towards the VWAP to see if you can get that lift above, let's say, 52.55 here. Twitter actually kind of like it here. If it could push up through 52.55, get up through 53s, it could get back there towards 54s. We'll see what happens. It is pushing on the daily chart. The question is this the top, or are we just getting started in Twitter? All right, so I did see 14,000 shares go through there at 46. So it's interesting to watch. They're definitely looking for that breakout above the 52.60 level. My QCOM puts doing well. NRVG coming back. I'll take a look at some of those. All right, NRGV. Let's take a look there. Not bad. It actually came back below VWAP and then really revved right back up there towards the 2097. We'll look to see if this one can continue. Don't know too much about NRGV, but it is holding well. All right, there. Twitter is starting to get a little bit of a lift there. The question is, do we get the breakout or do we get a breakdown here? SPY bouncing a little bit also. Not much there. Just trying to take a look to see if the SPY is going to break down or find a bottoming level. All right, taking a look here at Twitter there, looking interesting for me here above the 5250s here. The risk would be down here towards 5230. So taking a look here to see if we're going to get a lift in Twitter. Kind of like this trade here. What do you guys think? Should I take the trade on Twitter? What do you guys think? Hit the like. Let's see if we get to 540 likes, another 5 likes. Can we get there? All right, I'll take the trade with you guys. I'm in it here at 51s, looking for the push there above on Twitter. Just got there at 50s. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this one moving here. Taking a shot off the support here. We're going to hold it a little bit tighter, so we're going to pull this up here towards this support. 52.15s. Let's see if this can really start riding on up there. Now getting towards VWAP, 52.80s. Not looking too bad there. Let's see if we can really get this to pop into the 53.21s, and then we can sell some area and then look to keep the rest. Let's go. Let's go. Smash the like button. Enjoy it. Taking 55 calls on the Twitter weekly. Not a bad one. Matt said go for it. Let's go. Lionel, let's go. Bearish on Twitter says Fables. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, we did get that push up there towards a high there, 78 on the 1 minute. We're looking for a continued push above the VWAP. VWAP is 52.80s. Let's see if we can get through that 52.80s and then really start seeing that lift. Hopped in just before you mentioned. Hey, well, let's go, Stonks. Let's go. All right, let's take a look to if Tesla's reversing here. Tesla is just holding sideways there. We'll take a look at that. SPY also sideways there at 454. We'll see if it breaks through the 454 level or gets back above 456. Here's Twitter now up there towards the 76 through the 80s. Now let's go. There's 84s. Can we get to 53 here? Let's see if it can start driving here. One of the things that's happening is we are getting an increase of volume. So that's a good level. You are starting to see that crossover extend here. So confirmation is a crossover here. And we're looking for that continued move here to get on up there towards the 25s. We'll see if that we can get that lift. Another thing that could help it is if we could get some volume to really drive it out of this zone, out of 53. So you can see here on the trend line, we had a little bit of volume pop, but we're looking for a continuation into the move. All right, what's going on out there? You made some money on DDL. Hey, can't blame you, Jay. If you're able to do that, then power to you, man. 52.88 showing up there. DDL pulling back towards the VWAP. Not a bad play there. Has been really tight. We'll see if this one can hold. Ding dong. Any, what's going on with any? Pulling on back there, cracking that line there. So just be careful. We could see a pullback in any. What's going on out there, guys? What is that? I'm using TC2000 here, Brian. I use my Pro to get my news. Twitter on SpaceX Falcon to Mars or the moon. Hey, we'll see what happens. Like always, don't bet against Elon. All right, there's the move into the 53s here, guys. We're going to go ahead and take some profit into 53.30s here. Not a bad move there if we're able to get it. So let's see if we can capture that push towards 53.30s. We got a high right now of 53.11. Let's see if we push through that level. There you go. There's a nice lift there through the 11s up there towards 53.15s. All right, we're going to look to take half off here into this next push here. There's 15 on the offer side. We're looking for 53.20s to at least take half of it off here. All right, guys, we're going to get you over to Benzinga Live in just about 4 minutes here. Taking a look at this Twitter here, looking to see if it can hold the little drive here. get up there towards the 53.20s, 25s, and then pull back there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do it. 53.23. I'll be out. Eric, can't blame you. That's not a bad level. All right, 53's not getting through the 53.20s there, but I just saw someone step up there on the bid side at 53. There was a 100 order that just went through. So definitely some bigger order size coming through there near 53's. You can see it showing up right now on the bid side. You see that big volume there on the bid there. We'll see what happens here, but definitely some volume stepping in there in Twitter. We'll see if we can get up back through the 53's. All right, looking for that next lift above the 53s. We did see some volume coming in there on the 53s and the 52.99 pullback. Let's see if we can get that continued lift through 53.25 here on the upside. Apple is consolidating, says JD. Definitely take a look at that. BTU. Let's see BTU. All right, BTU has been pulling back. We'll see if we can get back on through 27. Has been to the high, 52-week high. Hey, that's how it goes. BTU definitely one of the best trades of the year, and definitely should have been a trade that we focused on the whole beginning of the year. We could have been killing that BTU. What's up out there, guys? How we doing? All right, guys, it's about to be Benzinga live time, so I'm focusing here on Twitter to see if I'm going to take some profit there before you guys get on out of here, but focusing to see if we can get that next lift above 53 into the 53.20s here. See a pullback back towards the 52.90s here. Let's see if this holds and get back up through 53. If not, it could come back to VWAP around, let's say, 78, 79. All right, let's see if buyers step up here back through the 53s here, and we get that push there towards the 53.20s. Seeing some volume go through there in the 95s and 93. Great job. What a sideways nightmare. Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes, guys. It happens. All right, ARKK is trading against Tesla. Hedge fund manipulation. I wouldn't say that's hedge fund manipulation, but I mean, remember, there's other stocks in ARKK that can drag it. If you look at ARKK, what do we see there? We would take a look at to see what is dragging it, what is down big. If you look there, you see DNA down big, PACB down big, Billy down big, Coin down big today, guys. Coin down almost 6%. I know that a lot of people love this Coin name. I just can't do it, guys. I can't do it. This looks like it wants to break that down towards the 52-week low. Same here for Hood. Hood, I think, will eventually take out the lows, and then we get a chance in the 9s there for Hood. We'll see if that can happen. Spotify coming big down today. We'll see if this can continue making moves. How's Amazon? Amazon pulling on back. We'll see if this one can keep pushing. And really, I've been taking a look at these bigger names to see what's going to happen because it feels like they've been driving, but if they start really letting go, we could see the market follow. All right, guys, it's going to be 11:31. I'm still watching this Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and take half of it off here into this push here. We're getting the 53.55s. There's 53.07. Trying to get 53.20 here, but every time it comes back above 53s, it's struggling there. So Let's go ahead. Let's take half of it off here. We just took off half of it there at 93. I'm just going to let the rest of it work here. Just want to take some profit today on Twitter since we kind of watched this trade kind of come on out. We'll see if this can continue. Just took some profit in the 90s. We'll look for the rest for it to continue working. We'll leave the rest break even and to see if we can get a move back towards 54. That's going to do it for me today. Like always, guys, smash that like. I hope you had a good time here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys made some good money. And like always, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Bring in those money stacks. Hit the like button. And like always, we're going to keep it going right here on Benzinga. Let's go, guys.
Check